Hello and welcome. This is Christina Reynolds, founder of Mom on the Climb, and we are talking today about one brave word. It's a gentle New Year reset for moms who want real change. Now, disclaimer, this isn't about fixing yourself or setting perfect goals. In fact, it's the opposite. It's about creating a pause long enough to breathe, to reset, and to listen. Real change doesn't start with a long list. It starts with one brave word, a word that supports the way you want to show up in this season of motherhood. Wherever you're starting from today, you're welcome here. So let's begin. Now, if you're reading this in January, chances are that the confetti is gone, but the exhaustion isn't. The house may be quieter, but your nervous system hasn't quite caught up yet. Maybe the calendar is technically empty, but your brain is still running 12 tabs. And suddenly the internet is yelling at you to reinvent your life by January 1st. Hard pass. If you're a mom who's ever written a list of big, beautiful resolutions only to abandon them somewhere between school drop-off and snack time, I want to offer you a different way. Not a proclamation, not a 12-step personality overhaul, just one brave word. First, let's talk about why big resolutions often fail and what works better for moms. Most New Year's resolutions fail for one simple reason. They ask too much of an already exhausted nervous system. Moms don't need more pressure. We need regulation, safety, and permission to move slowly. Tiny intentions work because they don't demand perfection. They invite curiosity. And that, my friend, is how real change happens. I want to talk about the year that I chose one word instead of a list. It was the end of 2019, and I was tired in a way that sleep couldn't fix. I was hearing a lot of buzzwords floating around. Heal your gut, heal emotional trauma, a healing journey. And honestly, I called bullshit. It sounded like clickbait, false promises, spiritual fluff. But I was also curious. So instead of making a long list of resolutions, I chose one word for the next 365 days. Heal. Not fix everything, not become a new person, just heal what I could. My only goal was to separate truth from hype, science from nonsense, and see what was actually possible if I took small, consistent steps. Then 2020 happened. The world was chaos, but inside my own little bubble, I was quietly healing. I started cleansing my home, not obsessively, just thoughtfully. I educated myself instead of scrolling headlines all night. I found deeper meditation practices that didn't require incense or silence or an hour of free time. I leaned into gut health in a real evidence-based way, discovering tools like Amari, which completely changed how I understood the gut-brain connection. I picked up hobbies. I read books that made me feel hopeful. I took 5 to 10 minutes at a time to do what I now call filling my bucket, because an empty mom shows up like a hot mess, and I wanted better for my kids and for myself. No dramatic transformation, no overnight miracles, just small, brave steps, because that's what I could do. Now, my story isn't the point. It's just proof. It's proof that you don't need a dramatic reset to experience change. Proof that healing doesn't have to be loud, extreme, or all or nothing. Proof that you're not behind, you're becoming. And you don't have to do it alone. Once upon a time, other moms sharing their stories of hope and resilience helped me keep going. That's why we created Story Moms, a space where moms tell the truth about their journeys and remind each other what's possible. If you've ever felt like your story doesn't matter, I promise you it does. Now, I didn't know it then, but The quiet healing I did in 2020 laid the foundation that I would need for much harder seasons to come in 2023 and 2024. That's the thing about tiny intentions. You don't always see the payoff right away, but they build resilience, capacity, options, and they change your quality of life. As we step into a new year, I'm not asking you to overhaul your life. I'm inviting you to choose one word, to take small steps, to create a home and an inner world that supports you, to build rituals that calm your nervous system instead of stressing it out. If grounding is part of what you need right now, I created a free 2-minute grounding audio for moms. Something you can use on the days or the moments where you feel you could use a reset and grounding. And if you want to go deeper, I've got a 10-minute morning meditation I recorded for you that gently supports emotional and spiritual wellness by starting your morning off with positive energy. These exist because I needed them once and still do. As 2026 is upon me, I'm meeting Christina 42.0 with curiosity. I don't actually even know her word yet, but I do know this. Small intentions ripple into big change. And you're allowed to grow at a pace that honors your real life. So tell me, if you chose one brave word for the year ahead, what is it? And remember, you're not climbing alone.